I would say that, ironically, somehow, the biggest loss has been one of connection with everything that schools actually represent, schools and learning spaces, places not only of learning, crucially, they are about that, but also of social interaction, protection, vital services, nutrition, collaborative projects. And I say ironically because while technology has been the red line, the lifeline for millions, assuring in some countries and in some constituencies continuity of learning, UNESCO was very much focusing on that side since the beginning. We established a global education coalition with partners, and we are very much keen to give solutions, not only monitoring the process and the losses, but it has also led to isolation and exclusion. So this is the bad news. Of course, we are not yet able to measure the long-term impact, as Michela mentioned, is not simply the here and now consequences of this crisis. There is the social-emotional side. There is the long-term perspective that will be able to evaluate in the coming months and maybe years. The immediate urgency is to leave no one behind, of course, more than ever, and to collect the data to identify those who are actually more at risk now, more than before. The importance of data collection, the importance of moving together in a different way to establish a new kind of partnership within the education, international education community has been a very clear lessons we learned since the beginning. And then if you ask me now, Stefania, do you think that UNESCO, UNICEF, the World Bank, other NGOs very much keen to give solutions, especially focusing on developing countries, are doing the same job? I say you no. Now we are very much focusing on a common agenda. Now priorities are, leveraging technology, but putting technology at the service of learners and not neglecting the human side of teaching and learning. We are very much focusing on teachers because we understand that teachers are the frontline workers. And this brings me to the last point of this first round, for sure. Can we still hope? I think so. Education has come to the center of the political stage as never before. And the frontline campaign issues in many countries, supported by us as the international community, but also ministers being from the very beginning on the front line as never before, with debates focusing on social integration, inequalities, the need to put education now in this current, interesting phase of recovery of the public policies. That means invest in education more and not less than before. I mean, all these issues are very much something which comes from the crisis. So a key word, maybe we can develop a little bit, elaborate later, is that education systems now are kind of laboratories of innovation. And there is a huge need of regenerating the system. So maybe it's a kind of inspiring situation for us as UN officials very keen to sustainability. Maybe sustainability is no more enough. We must go beyond. We must regenerate the system, and education is a big part of the solution. So this is the message of hope I'm keeping from the crisis.